Graeme Reeves, a former New South Wales surgeon who was found guilty of maliciously inflicting grievous bodily harm on a patient and indecently assaulting two others, has been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Reporter Mark Douglas is at the Downing Centre Court building in Sydney. So, Mark, what was Graeme Reeves' reaction to this sentence?
Well, Graeme Reeves walked into the New South Wales District Court this morning. He was a free man on bail. He's no longer a free man. He sat with his head in his hands for the entirety of the sentencing hearing today. He listened to Justice Greg Woods outline the reasons for putting him behind bars. He said that the behaviour of Graeme Reeves towards his patients, his three patients in particular, was reprehensible, grossly wrong and intolerable.
So this has been a long-running case with suppression orders, but just remind us of the background to it.
Well, today, Ros, it's the first time in 3 years that we've been able to talk about Graeme Reeves. The suppression order on his name and identity was lifted today in court by the judge. This case in particular, the sentencing today involved three separate patients of the former Bega doctor. One of those patients was treated for, she went in for treatment on a small lesion. When she came out of surgery, a large part of her genitalia had been removed and there had been no informed consent for that procedure. That was the charge of grievous bodily harm that was levelled against Graeme Reeves, part of the case against him. The two other cases in point were for sexual misconduct, if you like, from Mr. Reeves, indecent assault of two of his patients, and that was formed part of the sentence today. I think behind me, actually, one of the victims is addressing the media about today's proceeding.
So obviously some of his former patients were there.
Yes, they were in court today. Obviously, we're yet to hear on just how they've reacted to it, but obviously it's been a long-running case. It's been something like 3 years this has been going on for, and now finally there could be some closure for the patients here, for the former patients and the victims in this case, but whether this is the end of it, we'll have to wait and see.
All right, Mark, thank you.
Thanks, Ross.